Hey guys, Sergeant P here, BullpupForum. We're at 2015 SHOT Show. I'm here with Art from Shooting Sight. Art,
How you do?
How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. So the Tavor trigger pack, let's talk about that a little bit.
Tavor trigger pack's going great. It's been received really well. It's working nicely. I'm just coming out with 2 new modifications we should see rolling out in the next couple of weeks. First thing I've done is on the original trigger pack, we've had just 1 or 2 people discussing how potentially with hand loads, if you pop a primer and the primer falls down inside of the housing, it can jam up the trigger and it's difficult to get it to clean. So what I've done is come up with a design where I've opened up the bottom of the trigger pack just with the intention of if you pop a primer, it can fall all the way through. You've still got the bolt release cover underneath, so it's not like dirt's going to get up in there, but it just allows the possibility for things to flush on through. So I think that's going to be well received.
Now that's an aluminum trigger housing, so you're shedding a little bit of weight, not a bunch, but a little bit of weight that way too.
It shouldn't make a huge difference. The other thing I will incorporate in that design is, as has been discussed on the forum, the new cutout for the new receiver design that IWI is coming out with. And so those should be rolling out in the next couple of weeks. I'm getting the first ones.
Trigger packs fit every generation of the Tavor so far. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other modification I'm coming up with is I'm introducing a new trigger pack that I'm calling the Tav-LE for law enforcement. A lot of guys in law enforcement, if you're using the Tavor as a patrol rifle, you do not want a 4.5-pound trigger, because when things get really hairy and the bad guys are shooting back, you've got a gallon of adrenaline in your system. You don't want a light trigger. So what I've done is, in the Delrin model, I've introduced some additional springs inside, and that brings your pull up to about 7 to 7.5 pounds. So it's still polished sears, nice solid second stage, but a good solid finger pressure is required to set it off. Still a very crisp break, same parts, but nice crisp release. So I'm looking forward to that one.
So the improvements of the Tav-D, yet a little heavier at the 7-pound range.
Yes, and keeping the 2-stage design.
Right, there you go. That's perfect for law enforcement, like you said.
Exactly. Yep. The other new product coming up with that's going to be shipping in a couple of weeks, I think, is the new Tav-Tool. I've got one here. What I've done is taken a look at all of the tools necessary to work on a Tavor and put them all together into one tool. So what we've got here is a fold-up set that's got the number 2 Phillips that you need to take off the forestock. It's got a big flat blade, which is what the windage on the front sight is adjusted with. There's an awl, so you can pull out the little spring clip in the sling swivel attachment. There's a 5/32 hex that takes off the top rail. On the other side, I've got that's a 5/64 hex, which takes off the plastic rail on the side where the opposite where the charging handle sticks out. The other hex takes off the Picatinny rail that's bolted to the top of the barrel group. You've got your barrel removal tool here, and then I've added in a hex drive that will just accept hex bits. And this is to let the user customize it, so if they, for instance, have a scope mount, a lot of scope mounts will use like a T15 Torx driver. So you can just pop that Torx driver in there, and you've got everything you need to maintain your Tavor rifle out in the field with you in one convenient tool.
Well, that's great, all in one package, and you can beyond field strip the rifle, take the barrel out, the whole deal. I love it.
Right
Great
down to
idea.
there's I don't think you can take the rifle down any further than you can with this tool.
Right. That's fantastic. Well, we look forward to having that on the retail market. Price point on that, you're thinking?
Right around $40.
That's fantastic. Absolutely. Must have for the Tavor.
Absolutely, I think so. Yeah.
All right, we appreciate everything you do for the bullpup world, man. Doing these trigger packs and things like this is fantastic.
Hey, it's good fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.